Good morning, students. Today we are discussing main topic of applied thermodynamics. In applied thermodynamics, first unit we discussed air standard cycles. After air standard cycles, just introduction to internal combustion engines we discussed. In the introduction, we classified the internal combustion engines. Main classification of internal combustion engines are spark ignition engines and compression ignition engines. In the spark ignition engine, based on the ignition system, by giving spark, ignition is initiated in spark ignition system, and compression ignition system based on the mixing of two compressed fluids, separate compressed fuels we are mixing in the combustion chamber, then combustion is initiated, then it is called compression ignition engines. So, and two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine, SI engine, two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine, and CA engine, two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine, it is stroke nothing but whatever the cyclic operation is there, intake, compression, combustion, expansion, exhaust. This cyclic operation we are completing in two revolution of the crankshaft or four movement of the piston, then it is called four-stroke engine, or one revolution of the crankshaft and two movement of the piston between the dead centers, then it is called two-stroke engine. So, these applications, comparison of SI engine, CA engine we discussed in first unit. Coming to the second unit, in this unit we will concentrate on combustion only, because combustion is the main driving force in internal combustion engines. So, we are discussing only combustion, how the combustion is taking place in internal combustion engines. So, this unit separately dedicated to combustion system only. So, combustion system in internal combustion engines. So, I already mentioned we classified internal combustion engines two types. One is spark ignition engine, second one is compression ignition engines. So, in spark ignition engines, what are the stages of combustion? Means we are giving spark. After spark, it will catch the fire. Origin will create. Origin will spread to the boundary. Then the flame front, one thin layer between the combusted and uncombusted fuel, that with a velocity it will move from spark plug to the piston crown. These are the stages of combustion in spark ignition engine. How it is taking place in a spark ignition engine? Which stage is important? In this stage, flame speed is important. Then what are the factors influencing the flame speed? Like that compression ignition engine also. In compression ignition engine, what is the major driving force? In compression ignition engine, we are compressing air separately and fuel separately. At the time of combustion, we are injecting the fuel, high pressure fuel, 4 to 5 times higher pressure than the compressed air. Then only mixing of the air and fuel will take place. Then mixing the first droplet which is entering inside the cylinder, it will mix with air and absorb the heat and reach the self ignition temperature, and sufficient amount of the oxygen is available, so it will catch the fire. So, for this process it will take some time, that is called delay period. If more delay period means we are continuously spraying fuel inside the cylinder. So, accumulation of the fuel will take place, sudden combustion, blast like that combustion will take place, uncontrolled combustion will occur. Then after further combustion by the according to our acceleration we are giving the fuel supply. Then remaining residue is burning. So, CA engine combustion is different. So, the delay period is a major driving force in CA engine combustion. If first droplet immediately catches fire means there is no uncontrolled combustion in CA engines. So, that is one of the driving force. We will discuss that one also. Next, the delay period major driving force for CA engine combustion. Flame speed is major driving force in spark ignition combustion. Then what is the abnormal combustion? What is the pre-ignition? What is the auto ignition? We will discuss different vocabulary. This one we are using different conditions. We are using different vocabulary. All are combustion only. We are different situations. We are using different vocabulary. We will discuss that one. Next, knocking tendency, phenomena of knocking. So, in this phenomena of knocking means unwanted sounds. If engine is burning means some sound is coming. Suppose bullet, Enfield, some dug 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 sound is coming. So, that is not unwanted sound for us. We are liking that sound, that is why every person now purchasing bullets. The cost is 2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs, 3 lakhs. Then also we are purchasing means we are that sound, that is not noise, that is a very good pleasant audible sound, like that we are feeling. But that unwanted sound while it is coming, if proper combustion is not taking place, that unwanted sound we have to eliminate. Otherwise, because of knocking, wear and tear of the parts will take place, life of the engine will reduce, why engine vibrations will increase. How we can reduce the knocking? First we want to know why unwanted sound is coming. In the combustion process, failure of which stage of combustion this one is coming, that first we want to identify. Next, what are the parameters influencing combustion in compression ignition engine and spark ignition engine. Next, comparison of knocking tendency in spark ignition engine and compression ignition engine, and comparison of combustion in spark ignition engine and compression ignition. So, this is the brief overview of this unit. I think 7 to 8 lectures we will complete this unit. This is heart of the internal combustion engine. You are a pioneer, you are a specialist in internal combustion engine, means you have to know the combustion phenomena. That is only the driving force. Maximum power output we want to achieve means proper combustion, timely combustion, effective combustion, complete combustion are required for us. So, in this unit is a major crucial unit for internal combustion engines, for especially who are searching for jobs in automobile industry also. For them it is a main driving force. So, in this unit of 7 to 8 lectures we will complete. You can follow. Now, we will start combustion in the first topic, combustion in spark ignition engines. So, first topic we will start with combustion in spark ignition engines. In spark ignition engines, generally we are sending homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous means equal part. Suppose stoichiometric air fuel ratios means one fuel required 15 molecules of air for complete combustion, 15 to 16 according to fuel quality, maybe 16, okay. So, if each fuel, when we are mixing air and fuel, each fuel molecule surrounded by that 16 air molecules, then it is called homogeneous mixture, equal amounts of the molecules of air and fuel we are maintaining, then it is called homogeneous mixture. Generally, in spark ignition engines, we are supplying homogeneous mixture inside the cylinder through the inlet valve. Through the inlet valve, we are supplying the air fuel mixture inside the cylinder. That is a common criteria. So, if that equal amount mixing where we are doing, simply theoretically we are discussing means we are sending homogeneous mixture to inside the cylinder, that is all sufficient. But how we are preparing? Is it possible if I am not using gasoline or petrol or natural gas, if we are capable to mix that air and fuel equal amounts? Is it really possible? Why? Because we are using the small component that is called carburetor for mixing of air and fuel. The fuel, whatever the fuel we are using in spark ignition engines, that fuels majoritarily volatile fuels. They are ready to evaporate and mix with air. At the time of comparison also I mentioned, petrol engines are, means spark ignition engines are not safe engines, because any fuel leakage is there, that fuel will evaporate and ready to mix with air. If any spark it is catched the fire means automatically combustion will take place. So, mixing of the air and fuel is easy if you use the volatile fuels, not viscous fluids. So, simple carburetor we are using for mixing of the air and fuel according to our requirement. Lean mixture is required. Stoichiometric air fuel ratio means sufficient oxygen required to complete the combustion of the fuel, that is stoichiometric air fuel ratio 1:16. No, I am sending 1:20 when we are vehicle in highways, vehicle at last gear, 5th gear or 4th gear. At that time, lean mixture also more than sufficient, means 1:20, 1:30 also sufficient energy. You are at uphill station, at that time rich mixture is required, but complete combustion will not take place, but we want power, more torque is required. So, pollution, it is creating pollution, but we want required, at that time lean mixture we are sending. So, according to your need, that lean, rich, stoichiometric air fuel ratio, we can maintain proper mixing of the air fuel, we can maintain by simple carburetor. So, first of all I will explain that simple carburetor using in our 2-wheelers or 4-wheelers, light 4-wheelers. We already saw that, seen that simple carburetor. In our lab also it is available. Whenever we are coming to offline classes, at that time we will show, we will disassemble and assemble the simple carburetor and how the function is taking place, everything we can explain. Now we will explain the simple carburetor. You see, carburetor contains one cylinder type structure, in between venturi means reduced area, reduced volume. Compared to this volume is reduced volume. Inlet is contains choke valve, it is a butterfly valve, always in open condition. Whenever at early morning starting time we are switch on the choke means it will close the valve will close the cylinder, 90% of cylinder. Some passage is there for air path, but choke will close the cylinder. If general condition, choke always in open condition, this butterfly valve. And another end is the throttle valve. This is the always closed condition, it is connected to the accelerator. Whenever you are giving acceleration means this valve will open. If you are not giving acceleration, this valve is always closed condition, means it will not send any air fuel mixture from this venturi. And it contains small fuel tank. That fuel tank contains one float. What is the purpose of float means? Always maintain one defined head of the fuel inside the fuel tank, small tank. This may be 50 ml, 100 ml capacity, it will store the fuel. That small tank directly connected to the main fuel tank. Maybe our main fuel tank 2-wheelers means maybe 6 to 12 liters tank capacity is there, different models. So from that always fuel will coming to the carburetor. That's why in fuel tank entire fuel is completed also, our engine will run at least 5 to 10 minutes. Why? Because whatever the fuel available carburetor, it will helpful for us to run the engine. Next, this fuel valve through the fuel discharge nozzle. This discharge nozzle, from the fuel tank, one fuel discharge nozzle is connected. Through this nozzle, fuel is coming out. General condition, it will not come out. Once throttle valve is open, at that time only air is coming from the air filter, from ambient, and when it is reached to the reduced volume, pressure drop will take place. At that time, suction of the fuel is coming from the tank. At that suction, through the nozzle it is coming, so atomized fuel is available at this small narrow passage venturi area. At that time, air and fuel will mix effectively. Air and fuel will mix effectively inside the venturi. That mixed air fuel is entering into the through throttle valve, through the inlet, through the inlet port to the cylinder. Multi-cylinder engine means manifold is connected. Single cylinder means direct throttle valve outlet directly connected to the inlet valve. So this is the simple carburetors. When early morning we want rich mixture means what we are doing means we are closing this choke. Automatically air suction, the suction of the air, because inlet valve is opened at the time, more suction will create inside the cylinder. So here air is not available, less amount of air is entering here in venturi area. It will more suction of the fuel will takes place. Then here a homogeneous mixture will create, but this is a rich mixture, because initial starting of the fuel we required first primary heating of the engine is required, then only complete the initiation of the combustion will take place. So starting time we are using rich mixture, and further running time according to load we are giving throttle valve, means acceleration we are giving. But in a speedometer you can visualize that green color, economy, like that they will write green color 30 to 50 kilometers per hour. That 2-wheelers, maybe 4-wheelers 60 to 80 kilometers per hour. In that speed we are moving means we will get the best fuel economy. How means that time 30% of the valve will open condition, acceleration valve, throttle valve. So 30% opening condition, exactly we will get the stoichiometric air fuel ratio, not rich mixture, not lean mixture. Deviation to lean, but not rich mixture. So instead of 16:1, maybe 17:1, 18:1 we will get. and complete combustion of the fuel will take place and the maximum energy we can achieve. That's why that economy speed they will mention that based on the that throttle opening. At the 30% throttle opening we are getting that mixture means they will give at the 30% throttle opening the speed range they will give 30 to 50 means you are going second gear means it may be come 30, you are going fourth gear means it may be come 50 kilometers per hour. So according to your gear change the speed range will change, that's why they will give 30 to 50. So this is a simple carburation. Suppose in ideal condition we are not operating choke or we are not operating throttle valve. At that time how the fuel is entering into inside the cylinder means this is the ideal air bleed. Once a throttle valve is not open, engine is a running condition. At that time this ideal air bleed through this it will suck the fuel and air fuel mixture is entering inside the cylinder. Generally in ideal condition generally it will come rich mixture only it will come. So they will adjust based on the mixture, rich mixture or stoichiometric air fuel mixture or another one this lean mixture according to adjustment of ideal screw adjustment. Whenever you are going to the mechanic you will ask, sir, mileage is not coming. Simply they will adjust the screw, that's all. They are not opening carburetor, nothing, just they will adjust the ideal screw. Then ideal condition, but if more closing is taking place means what it will happen, engine majority if you are not giving acceleration means the engine will come into the shutdown condition, but you will get the best economy. So this is a simple carburetor. Now I think it is clear how the homogeneous mixture we are preparing inside the cylinder. I think it is clear. Now homogeneous mixture we are entering inside the cylinder. Initially we are giving spark, origin is created and that origin is spread to the boundary. Next that flame front means entire boundary one flame is created, that flame front is moving with a velocity. Based on that velocity only the combustion will we can decide this normal combustion or abnormal combustion. So why? Because the combusted area high pressures are available, non-combusted area low pressures are available. Due to that pressure difference this velocity will define. So the velocity generally if you are maintaining stoichiometric air fuel ratio inside the carburetor, stoichiometric air fuel ratio you are sending inside the cylinder by using carburetor, you will get maximum velocity of the flame 40 centimeter per second. Generally 40 centimeter per second is exactly is not possible. Generally equivalent ratio we are giving, one vocabulary, one word. What is equivalent ratio means? Actual air fuel ratio to the stoichiometric fuel air ratio. If we actually we are sending 1:16 or 1:18, 1:20 and stoichiometric air ratio 1:16, then that ratio is 1 means that velocity of the flame is 40 centimeter per second. If the ratio is 1.2 1 to 1.2 means lean mixture range, we will get the maximum speeds. If it is less than or greater than, we will reduce the velocity of the flame is reducing, then complete combustion of the fuel will not take place. For the combustion itself more crank angle is taking, so more time it is consuming, so less power output will achieve. So in spark ignition engine always you want to maintain air fuel ratio, that equivalent ratio means air fuel ratio, actual air fuel ratio to the stoichiometric air fuel ratio, maximum 1.1 to 1.2. In worst condition 1.3 we are maintaining, not more than 1.3. If not more than 1.3 or less than 1 you are maintaining means the drastically the velocities are reducing and normal combustion will not takes place inside the cylinder. Next coming to the, so we already explained last 5 lectures onwards, we are every day we are explaining what are the cyclic operation: intake, compression, combustion, expansion and exhaust. These are the 5 processes involved. In this 5 process, this unit we will discuss only combustion, not other one. Other one already discussed in last unit. So how the combustion is taking place? You see crank angle to pressure ratio we are showing. If normal generally piston is moving from bottom dead center to top dead center, 180 degrees rotation of the crankshaft, compression is completing. At exactly TDC condition, theoretically we are assuming, while giving spark, this combustion initiated and complete combustion is taking place at piston at TDC itself. It is reaching maximum pressure and temperature, then piston is moving from TDC to BDC, this expansion is taking. So the process B and C, the combustion process, we are discussing this unit. You see, while we are giving spark, how the flame origin is generating. Once a small spark is given, the air fuel mixture surrounded the spark plug, first origin is creating. This origin is spreading up to boundary on flame front. That flame front is moving with a velocity normal to the piston. Okay. So our main target, this combustion only. Coming to the combustion system, you can see is actual combustion phenomena in spark ignition engines. In the spark ignition engines, how the actual combustion is taking place. First one, ignition lag. Second one, propagation of the flame. Third one, after burning. So while this is also, you see, crank angle to pressure, while you are drawing the figure, first this x-axis divide equally and y-axis also divide equally, then only we can represent the clear picturization of the combustion process. Generally you are vaguely you are drawing the figure, means there is no use. Before 20 degrees, already we discussed last unit, we are giving spark before TDC, 20 degrees before TDC we are giving spark. While we given spark, once spark is given at state A before 20 degrees, first I already shown flame origin is creating. This flame origin is creating in the spark plug area. That origin is spreading up to the boundary. You can personally sense yourself also. You can burn any paper. First it will end, move to the end. It is not moving normal direction. First it will spread to the boundary, whatever the boundary is available. Then after it is moving normally. This is a common criteria of the flame. So first origin is created like this. After giving spark, flame origin is created. Then that origin will spread up to spreading the boundary. The measurable pressure rise we can sense in indicator diagram. So the first stage, stage 1, ignition lag. What is that stage means? Creation of the origin and preparation of the flame front. That stage is called ignition lag, A to B. Pressure rise, not that much of pressure rise is taking place while we are giving spark, and the measurable pressure rise initiated at the point, that point is called B. This is called ignition lag. This ignition lag is purely chemical phenomena, not physical one. So the quality of the fuel is the major driving force, or pressure and temperature of the fuel and air, or engine cylinder. These are the major driving force for the first stage. That stage is called ignition lag, chemical phenomena. Burning won't take place. We are given spark, burning has to take place. From B to C, next stage, once a flame front is created, if burning is not takes place, means retarding, automatically pressure drop will take place, and while in expansion pressure drop will take place, automatically it reaches the normal pressure, ambient pressure. But if flame front is created, automatically this flame is moving normal to its direction, away from the spark plug to the piston crown. So you see, B to C. At the end of the second stage, propagation of the flame. The flame, how fast it is moving, propagate inside the entire cylinder. That propagation of the flame is the major driving force for the combustion of spark ignition engines. So this propagation of the flame is the major driving force combustion in spark ignition engine. You see the propagation, how it is taking place. Propagation of the flame from B to C. It is moving almost 8 degrees before TDC it is started, and 10 to 12 degrees after TDC we are reaching the peak pressures. This propagation of the speed is majorly depend upon the physical phenomena. Means by creation of the pressure difference, the burned fuels having high pressure, unburned fuels are low pressure. Due to the pressure difference, flame velocity will decide. And second, mixing your proper air fuel mixture is there, means every fuel particle surrounded by the air molecules, sufficient amount of the air molecules, the flame automatically it will propagate entire the cylinder, otherwise it will not propagate. So it is fully physical phenomena B2C, but end of the second stage propagation of the flame, we are reaching the peak pressure and peak temperature. The peak pressure and peak temperature is not at TDC, after TDC 10 to 12 degrees. You see, initiation of the spark 20 degrees before TDC, before 8 degrees it is created flame front, then flame front is propagation in the cylinder will takes place based on the velocity. Velocity how we will achieve is based on the pressure difference between the burned fuels and unburned fuels. This velocity is created. End of the stage we are reaching the peak pressure and peak temperature. Once it is reached peak pressure and peak temperature, then already piston started moving from TDC to BDC. The pressure drop will take place. The C to D third stage is after burning. In this stage, whatever the residue air fuel mixture is available, that fuel mixture is burning will take place. But due to expansion stroke already started, the pressure is reducing due to pressure difference, pressure reduction, velocity of the flame is reducing. That's why this stage it is taking more crank angle, maybe 25 to 30 degrees rotation of the crankshaft. This after burning stage will take place. But after burning stage not involving any pressure rise. Even though after burning stage burning of the fuel is taking place, ignition of the fuel is taking place, but there is no use because already expansion started, but engine heating will take place. If more after combustion, after burning stage more fuel is available, means automatically overheating of the engine is coming to the picture. So this is a major drawback for this system after burning. Next. So these are the three stages. First one is ignition lag, second one is propagation of the flame, third one is after burning. So ignition lag is the initial stage, chemical phenomena, propagation of the flame, mixing of the air and fuel. Next, after burning, this is the it just to complete the combustion. Why? Because exhaust gas, if complete combustion is not taking place, carbon monoxide, unwanted hydrocarbons presence is increasing. That's why complete combustion of the air fuel mixture is required. For that only this after combustion stage is taking place, but it is taking more crank angle. Why? Because while in expansion pressure drop is taking place, due to the pressure drop velocity of the flame is reducing. That's why it is taking more time. You can see first stage A to B ignition lag is the self propagation of the nucleus. It is a chemical process depend upon the nature of the fuel and pressure and temperature. And stages B to C propagation of the flame. There is also flame based on the flame after with a constant velocity it is moving from the spark plug to the piston crown. At the end of the flame front propagation, we are reaching the peak pressure and peak temperature. The start stage after burning. After burning, we are getting the main complete combustion of the air fuel mixture is takes place.